Sabi ni Google, assumption is a noun, a thing that is accepted as true or as certain to happen without proof. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is your pal, Michael. As of now, wala pa rin akong maisip na intro, so as for the moment, yun na muna. Pero if you have suggestions, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. So, few days ago, I posted on my social media, both Instagram and Facebook, what are the assumptions of my friends towards me. Initially, I didn't plan to proceed with this content kasi I only got a few response. However, I thought, well, the show must go on. Especially, I have friends already put their effort in reading my post and also gave their opinion. So, instead of going with the original plan kung saan babasahin ko yung assumption based on the emoji that they also placed beside the assumption, I would then just read the assumption and also react to it, plus give my assumption towards them as well. Before we proceed, you might be wondering why I'm wearing a hat right now. Well, alam nyo naman, for the past few weeks or months already, some businesses have ceased their operations, including the barbershop. But like a week ago or so, they resumed operation, so I decided to have a haircut. However, it didn't turn out that well. Kasi whenever I go to have my haircut, I always advise the barber to trim the sides straightly, not following the shape of my head wherein you have to go for a curve. But guess what happened? The barber did the exact opposite of what I said. But I'm not the person who would rant and complain in a barber shop, so what I just did was I kept quiet, I paid and left, and told myself I would never come back again to that shop. Never. So anyway, that's the story why I'm wearing this hat. At pinartneran ko na rin siya ng shirt. So parang summer vibe tayo. Kasama pa tong mga plants na to. So, without any further ado, let's begin. First assumption is from Jisha. Sabi niya, madaling matuto. Well, madaling matuto, it actually depends. If there's someone teaching me, I tend to learn faster because I know for a fact that they're giving their time and effort to impart something on me, so I don't want to put that into waste. Pero if the case is that there is no time pressure and such, like for example, I do have my ukulele here at my room, and it's been here for like a couple of weeks now, but up until this moment, I only learned one song to play with it, tapos hindi pa siya mabilis and hindi ko pa buong ma-play yung music or yung song. So yeah, well, madaling matuto, it might depend. Well, for Jisha is actually a friend of mine whom I met when I was working in Starbucks before. She was my senior at that time. She is one strong, independent, astig woman that I know. Napaka straightforward din yung tao. She wouldn't hesitate to let you know what you have done wrong. Before, I was younger back then, so hindi ko pa siya mag-gets actually. Pero, you know, when you grow older, you would realize that that person care enough for you to know what mistakes you have committed for you to be able to improve. So that's Jisha for you. Next assumption is from Cedric. Sabi niya, perfectionist na ayaw magpatalo sa argument. Legit friends, ha ha ha. Pero healthy convo pa din naman. Well, perfectionist, actually that's true. Back then, yung pagka-perfectionist ko before is more of like, kapag may nasa utak ako, gusto ko ganun na ganun yung kakalabasan. Pero as of now, I mean, you know, we grow older, we tend to be a little bit more wiser. So, the thing is, right now, I'm still perfectionist, pero I'm more flexible to changes. I'm more open that things won't go my way, but it would still be okay. So that's it. And for Cedric is a very determined and passionate person. Kapag may gusto siyang gawin or he aims to do something, he wouldn't have any second thoughts na, alam mo yun, if he needs to sacrifice what needed to be sacrificed for him to achieve it, he would do it. Next assumption is from Rufy. Di nauubusan ng energy. Well, I guess that's true kasi my field of work, I am in the hospitality industry, so I both experience working in a food establishment as well as in a hotel. And I think it's one essential thing that whenever you face customers or guests, kailangan lagi kang upbeat, kailangan lagi kang lively. Dapat you would put your personal issue aside. Si Rufy yung tao na when I was with him before, I never got bored. He is really spontaneous na tao. And a plus factor kasi, ano siya, may humor siya. May humor siya na hindi usual. And medyo have siya sa akin kapag lagi ko siyang kasama before. Next assumption is from Mama Rems. Sabi niya, makulit. That's also true. Well, makulit ako with people I know, with people whom I am close with. But for example, if you're going to place me in a room wherein everyone is a stranger, I wouldn't like initiate the talk right away unless kapag I figured that the person looked approachable, or if someone initiated the talk to me, then I would return the favor. Pero kapag ako lang, no. But if I am with my friends, I really am so makulit. Mama Rems is actually a comforter on the go. Like, whenever you needed help, you needed advice, you needed comfort, lagi siyang nandyan para sa'yo, just one message away. Next assumption from Kai. Matalino at maparaan. Matalino, well, I think just the right amount of wisdom to get through. Maparaan, well, I guess so. Especially kapag nga natanda ka na, medyo parang you get to know more of how to do things differently or the easier way. Well, Kai is a good listener. Siya yung tao na she would let you talk. She wouldn't interrupt you. And she knows how to empathize genuinely. She is someone na she would really put herself to your position and understand it before she gives her opinion. And that's what I really like about her. Whenever I reach out to her, I can expect na there's no bias. I mean, if I have done something wrong, she would enlighten me about it. And if I was like suffering, she knows how to give the right words. Next one, from my sister Bernadette. Sabi niya, Zen ka sa akin. Let's define Zen. Zen meaning. Sabi ni Google, Zen is a slang for feeling peaceful and relaxed. Oh, I see. Well, thank you. I think this one would depend on the person. Pero, coming from my sister, maybe she find me as a source of peacefulness. Well, my sister is a person who's really open-minded. Kahit hindi parehas yung iniisip namin, or hindi parehas yung opinion namin sa isang bagay, he wouldn't enforce me to, like, follow what she believed in. I mean, she would accept what I believed in and respect it. And somehow that is also the thing that I try to apply towards my friends and towards the people that surrounds me or around me. Next one, Alvin, or we call him Pipoy. So, ewan ko kung napanood niyo yung previous vlog ko, pero sabi ko nga, I have set of friends whom I treat as my brothers and my sisters. And sila yun, I mean, si Kai, si Shay, si Pipoy. And just a backstory, back when we were still interns here in Thailand, actually 7 years ago, may na-receive na call si Pipoy from his brother who's also out of the country, I mean out of the Philippines. And then he went to the men's restroom so that he could pick up the call. Unknowingly, I followed him, and for some reason, na-shock siya. I think his brother asked like, what was it or who was that? And he just replied to his brother na, coworker ko lang. And after that, medyo emotero kasi ako nun. So, medyo parang inisyo ko siya. Sabi ko, okay, coworker mo lang pala ako. I thought we were friends. I thought we were brothers. Tapos po, ulit-ulit ko yung sinasabi sa kanya yon. Actually, up until now, may time parang ginujoke ko pa din sa kanya yon. Sabi niya, tunay na kaibigan. Well, ako as a friend, I am really a trusting person. I mean, kahit bagong friend ka lang, I would give you my 100% trust. Like, it's up to you if you would want to treasure that trust or you would want to just scrap that out. Pero once na sira mo yung trust na binigay ko sa'yo, I would really find it hard to put it back. And then, if I, like, took a step of putting it back, tas sinira mo na naman, then, it's quite, like, tough for me to bring it back the second time around, or the third time around. Well, Pipoy is really an honest person. Like, he would speak out what's on his mind. And I think that's what I really love about him. That's one of the reasons why our friendship has a strong foundation. Kasi he's really honest. And I think that's what you really need, especially kapag medyo parang tumatanda na kayo. You wouldn't want white lies. You would prefer the honesty of a person kasi it also gives you the idea that the person shows their vulnerability in front of you, and when someone shows that vulnerability, it means like they fully trust you as well, and I think that's what matters most. Next assumption is Shay. Sabi ni Shay, loving and soft-hearted. Well, that's for the people around me to judge. I really don't know if I'm soft-hearted kasi may time I could be really mean. Pero si Shay yung tao na I never thought na magiging kaibigan ko. But when I got to know her during my internship, she is really like a warm person. Like, she would offer herself, like she would offer time to give you a company, and she would also embrace you for whatever you are. Next assumption from Maze. Sabi niya, hopeless romantic. Wait, hindi ko alam kung alam ko yung meaning ng hopeless romantic, pero let's define it. Hopeless romantic. Okay, sabi ulit ni Google, a hopeless romantic is an expression describing a person who has romantic notions about life. For a hopeless romantic, life equals love, especially when that person is involved in a relationship. He or she thinks about love and romantic relationships in a different way than other people. Siguro masasabi ko, I am more of a hopeless romantic before. Recently, may nabasa ako from a guy that I follow on Instagram, and he said something about love. So sabi niya, it is not enough to love when it is returned. Love when hate is convenient. When it is robbed from you, offer more. Love is unique in that it replenishes itself the more it is given away. It is special because it exists beyond the parameters we try to build around it. Love is not romantic. It is not a feeling, nor is it self-seeking. It is a way of being. A standard to embody without incentive or coercion. We love simply because it is who we are. So, I think that's more of how I think of love nowadays. That it's not an incentive program wherein you have to gain something back. I see love in a different way. I think dala na din ng age. Miz is a perfect travel buddy. Walang kaarte-arte and napakabilis kumilos. Plus, nagmamatch kami whenever, the types of activities na gusto namin gawin whenever we travel. And we also know each other really well. Like, when we're pissed off because of a situation, especially pag gutom na kami, we know when to stop, we know when to comfort each other, and we also know when we just need to give each other space.
Meanwhile,
while editing, one assumption got corrupted, and I don't want to just scrap it out. I still wanted to react to it. And that assumption was from my dear friend Dar. She said that akala ko mataray, pero not at all. Hehe. Well, siguro ganun talaga yung nagiging first impression sa akin. Medyo off talaga ako kapag hindi ko kakilala yung tao unless they are introduced to me by a friend. And for Dar is actually a very caring person. I would never forget that she is the first ever person who gave me a birthday cake. And I did not expect it coming kasi that time I was still new at work where we met. And I'll be forever grateful to being able to come across with such a beautiful lady both in and out like her. So last but not the least assumption is from May. Sabi niya matalino and mapagkatiwalaan. Well, matalino I already commented about that. Pero for mapagkatiwalaan, I think that's accurate. There is this situation wherein I have friends where they would share to me a secret and they would tell me, sa'yo lang to, don't tell it to anyone. And sa sobrang ka-secret siya, they would come to a point na makakalimutan ko mismo yung secret. Then they would come back to me and open that topic again. And suddenly, like, I would try to recall kung ano yung nasabi niya sa akin. And they would come to a point na I would just nod my head and agree to what they say. Pero nakalimutan ko na yung secret na yun kasi nga I respected that they don't want anyone to know about it. So that's me reading all of your assumptions. Again, thank you for sending all of your assumptions kasi dahil sa inyo I have my content and I hope you're all staying sane, safe, and healthy. Let's just be patient more and let's pray for the frontliners and also for the people who are affected with this COVID-19 pandemic. But as of now, we just need to prepare for the new normal for the time being that we're waiting for a vaccine to arrive. If you'd like to stay tuned with more Chika with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also give this video a like. Again, if you have suggestions for my intro, feel free to drop it at the comment sections below. I might use it for my next vlog. So this is your pal Michael, and see you again on my next vlog. Bye bye!
But once in a while I feel like, ooh, I just wanna dance.